And we're back. I changed my shirt because my other one smelled. I got distracted by a notification. I'm going to do my grief song. There are 2 versions of this song. This is not the new version. You will notice, well, you may notice that a lot of the chords are the same. Whatever. You know, the Beatles have a lot of songs like that too. I forget what this song is called. It's my song about grief. I started it on Mother's Day in 2000. Oh my God, what year? This is literally like a journal. Like, this is what I do. 21? 4 years ago, Mother's Day. A secondary kind of grief that was in effect. I'm like, what is this note that fell out of my... I bet it's a drawing by Joni. No, it's not a drawing by Joni. It's a note to myself. Anyway, a secondary form of grief as a result of divorce was... Oh, it still hurts to say. Being done having children. That was such a loss for me to face because, you know, I got divorced in 2021 and I'm almost 40, so I was like 35. And a lot of people can just keep having babies, no big deal. But with my body, I was like, wow. Like, even if I meet a partner in the next couple of years, like, it would be such a challenge. I don't know that it would be prudent physically. And so I wrote this on Mother's Day that year because I was so... sad isn't even the right word. So the lyrics are kind of the accumulation of all of my broken dreams. At the time, they were broken dreams. All of my crushed hopes that I felt were so crushed. And you know, when these things in life happen, we have to work through them. And it's okay if we take time. Like, maybe we're like, okay, I can't do this right now. I'm going to set this aside to like next year. And that's okay. That is sometimes necessary. And the nervous system will force you to do that if you're not ready. It'll just like push you through your struggle. But then later on, like, that's when it hits you. You're like, oh shit, this is what I went through. Oh shit, this is what it was. So as I said, this is my song about grief. I don't really feel this way anymore, but I do feel the intention. There's some intentions in this song that do still very much resonate with me. So there's a lot of truth to the song. But then some of the parts of the song, you know, this is where I was at 4 years ago. And I haven't played it in a while. I made a list of all my grief, and all my pieces fell out of me. I know they're not mine to carry, but they're mine to bury. I've been traveling on this road. I'm so used to going it alone. Can't say where it leads me, but I find letting go free. Maybe around the next bend, I'll reach the end, find some tenderness and understanding, a love that's more than a fantasy. Now I remember, it's called Around the Next Bend. Maybe then I could kneel down, dig deep, plant roots in the ground, while I sing a new tune and watch my garden bloom. Maybe around the next I'm so tired, I'm trembling, I'm empty, so empty. Tell me there's more beyond my grief. Tell me I'll find relief. I'm so tired and trembling. Oh, I'm empty, so damn empty. Tell me there's more beyond my grief. Tell me I'll find relief. Maybe around the next bend I'll reach the end. Find some tenderness and understanding. A love that's more than a fantasy. It was pretty cathartic to write that song. I really loved how I was able to put into words like the reality of what it was like with all of the complex loss and the complex trauma. I was like, okay, let me make a list of everything I'm grieving. Like, I was working with my therapist at the time. Sure, I'll make a list. And then I was like, I've made the list, and it was all just such a part of me and such a part of my story. And I felt so visceral. Like, I felt so gutted. I felt so gutted by grief that I was like, I made the list and then everything fell out. I'm just an empty shell of a human. Like, nothing is in here. It's actually kind of a funny move to make with my body. But that was like the picture I had, you know. I made a list of all my grief and all my pieces fell out of me. But then I thought, okay, these pieces aren't mine to hold on to. You're right, they're not mine to carry, but they're mine to bury. And I loved the analogy of planting a seed in the garden, how seeds are like metaphors for hope. And I can plant my grief in the ground. I can bury it on my own terms. You can bury your grief on your own terms. You can release it on your own terms. And then what happens? What happens in the dark? What happens underground? There's growth. Some things die, some things change. Some things change form, they become something new. And that was really what I wanted to make with this song, I think, for myself, for my grief, was to make something new with my grief. I guess that's all I want to say about this song. It's not the other version that I'm working on. It's the older version. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think we're gonna get together with some friends tonight, some neighbors tonight, and that should be a good time. We've lived here in this apartment complex